What's good, homies? Welcome to episode 28 of Homie Studios. It's your boy ST, the 12-0 GREAT, joined by the homie Ryan, Shays, and P. G. What's good with y'all boys, huh? Huh?
Yo, this dude's a clown,
this nigga
bro.
went 12-0 and changed his name to that shit.
For real,
Huh?
bro. Hey, 12-0 shouted.
You can follow him at ST the 12-0.
Great.
I might have to go make some changes, is what you're saying. I got you.
Bro. That nigga made a 12and0.com.
That's completely spelled out. There's no numbers in that. That's 12and0.com. OH.
You're an idiot.
Man, what's good with y'all boys though?
12
Peach,
and-
welcome back, man. It's good to have you back, dog. How you been? What's been popping off over there, dog?
In a minute. I need to be back all up in it. Hey. I've been missing the pod, bro. First off, it ain't the homies without the homies. You know what I'm saying? So, appreciate y'all boys holding down the pod. Your boy was out and listening, but I'm back. I ain't going nowhere. And I used all my call outs before the holiday season. So I'm going to be working all through the year. All through.
Ain't no more PTO, nigga. You know what I'm saying? Niggas ain't getting paid either, but ain't no TO, nigga.
Ain't no TO.
Yo, Ryan, how you
Ain't
been?
no
How
voluntary time off.
Ryan, how was your weekend, dog?
Everything was cool. Kicked it with the fam. Went to a friend's birthday gathering. It was good to be around, friends and loved ones and things of that nature. But pretty much just took time to get off my feet and just to kick it. Everything like that. What about you, Shades?
I was with you at that said birthday dinner.
This is true.
Both of us was looking so fresh and so clean, like Outcast in that bit. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Enjoyed the weekend. Had a pretty good weekend. I got a little bit tipsy that night because I went to I drank there and then went to somebody else's. So I think I'm gonna leave the alcohol alone for a little while. I haven't drank since.
Said every person of 30 plus.
I know, bro. Yeah, but nah, it's more than that. You know what I mean? But overall, man, I'm glad we're on episode 28, dedicating 28 to Freddie T. On that Freddie T.
Okay.
You dig?
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? Rest in peace, Kobe.
We can go Curtis.
Oh, you can go Curtis. You can go Curtis, but I'm going Freddie T.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying? And he's a Gator. You know what I'm saying? So, but yeah, man, everything was Gucci, man. What about you, Pete?
Curtis. Oh. I'm doing I'm doing good. I've been busy as hell at work. Obviously, I missed out on the pod last week because I was so busy getting up late and shit. But had to bounce back after a nigga want to take a 3-week vacation and shit. But other than that, everybody doing good. The fam doing good.
Yeah, that's what we like to hear, man. My weekend was good. You know what I'm saying? Chilled, kicked back. It was a real relaxing weekend. Capped off with 12-0. You dig? 12-0 shawty in this bitch. You know how we get it done. I told y'all, if y'all believe in me, y'all gonna be laughing all the way to the bank, dog. Y'all know what the vibe is.
Yo, ST, you know what's funny?
He planned that. All his shits was on point right there. That nigga was ready.
ST, you want to hear something funny?
What's up?
Betta sent me a email saying that I have unused funds in my account, and I didn't even go check it out.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I think I won something on there, and I never went back and so I might have some money on there. I'm gonna go check it out.
Yeah, go peep that.
We can bet on this Super Bowl.
Oh, yeah. Now that your boy got that undefeated, I'm undefeated, never lost on my LeVar Ball shit around here. You know what I'm saying? Huh? Hey, but let's dive into today, man. We ain't even got a real talk for y'all, so we going straight to the shop. You dig? Because it's time for barbershop talk, baby. Y'all know the damn vibes, man. Y'all know what it is.
Hold
man.
up, I had 2 weeks worth of that I had to let loose. You feel me? I was backed up. I had to get all the way.
Look,
the Ultimate Warrior with that bit.
Look, I be excited to see what the fuck y'all be doing. Because every time I go back and edit this shit or go look at this shit, I'm like, yo, y'all niggas are some fools.
We geek on that shit every single
Yo, my
time.
head was you held that one long, nigga. I put my head down. I was like, nigga, when did you drop it, nigga?
Bro, you don't understand because I had enough.
He did.
I had enough to go like another 10 seconds if I needed to, but I was like, we like what we doing here? You know what I mean? But I probably should have went that extra 10 seconds for the homie for it's been 1 year to the day since Kobe Bryant passed away in that tragic accident, man. Dang, dog, it's been a year, bruh.
Yo, can we get 8 seconds of silence?
Yeah, man. Yo, like, I'm glad you chose 8 though, because 24 is a long ass time. You know what I mean? That's a lot of dead air. But oh wow, that's no pun intended. That's bad. That was bad choice of words for you, boy. But man, but no, it's crazy, man.
You're gonna have to edit that shit. That was so horrible.
I know.
Your timing on that one though.
Kobe, forgive me, man. That was not my intent. You know that wasn't my intent, man. But yeah, I just can't get over the fact that it's been 365 days. Like, we think about where we was at 366 days ago. Like, yeah, just saw LeBron pass some record of Kobe's, and like, but regardless, like 366 days ago, everybody felt like this is going to be our year 2020, blah blah blah, and then everything changed after Kobe passed, bro. Everything, man.
That junk got super dark. Super dark.
Quick, fast, and in a hurry. You know what I mean?
Like, real quick. Like 30 days after this, life changed.
Right, bro. Like, it's crazy, man. But rest in peace to everybody that was involved in that accident. I'm sorry.
And their families, yeah. Gigi.
Yeah, I'm sorry. I don't have all the names in front of me at the moment, but rest in peace to everyone, Kobe, Gigi, and everybody else who was aboard during that tragic accident, man. That's just crazy, bro. This is crazy. It's been a year. Yo, well, moving. No, it's no good segue for that, but just a friendly reminder that coming up on Saturday's pod. Matter of fact, let's run this first. Let's run this first. We got the Homie Studio mock draft special coming up for y'all this Saturday. Y'all know the vibes. Man,
vibes, y'all.
I'm just saying, bruh, if you trust your boy with being 12-0, you gotta trust the picks going into the mock draft. That's all I'm saying.
This nigga said
no correlation. There's no correlation.
I'm going 32-0. All my picks are
there's no correlation at all.
Exact order and trades included.
No correlation, sir. No correlation.
Fact. Come on, man. You gotta give it to your boy, you know? Like, yeah. Like,
and watch Trey Lance go in the top 3.
if
Like
if I say it, then watch Trey Lance go in the top 3. That's all I'm saying. I don't want to hear no doubt coming from nobody on this podcast towards your boy.
How about we not do no shit like that? Because I got a top 3 pick. And y'all taking Trevor, so you saying that's 50% my chance, and I don't want it. I'm just saying. When I did the math real quick, I was like, yeah, nah.
Quick maths in this bitch, you know what I'm saying? Yo.
Quick maths.
All I know, man, is just be ready for this mock draft special, man. There's gonna be some pointing at people's picks and being like, yo, what the fuck were you thinking? You know, but it is what it is. Yo, speaking of 12-0, let's go ahead and slide over to these playoff recaps. We got Super Bowl is now set in Tampa next weekend. It's gonna be the Tampa Bay Buccaneers versus the Kansas City Chiefs. Tom Brady versus Patrick Mahomes. You know how the narrative goes. What y'all think about them games that happened this weekend, man?
Bro, yeah, let's talk about these games. The Bills versus the Chiefs. I think the Bills need a running back. They gotta have a number. They gotta have a number
First
one.
Off, you knew for a while now that the Bills needed a running back, especially because the game before that they came out with like 20 straight passes. When they played, was it the Browns? They played the Browns, right? Yeah.
Yeah.
So like,
no, I thought the Chiefs
team that's coming out with 20 straight passes, we gonna say it was the Chiefs. Yeah, no, it was the Chiefs.
They played
whoever
the
Bills
played the Ravens.
The Bills played the Ravens, yeah.
Yeah. When they played the Ravens, they came out with 20 straight or 20-something straight pass attempts before they ran once.
Yeah. But
they only ran like a handful of times all game.
Yeah, but it came up and bit them in the butt this time. You can't beat the Chiefs like that.
No, you can't. And then also what you can't do is you can't go out there and take 18-yard sacks, which is the highest the longest amount of yards for a sack since last year when Josh Allen also took a 19-yard sack. Like it was in regards
to do too much.
Like that's kind of his detriment. That's kind of to his detriment. He kind of has that Ben Roethlisberger thing where,
but they're putting too much on his shoulders.
That's understood. But then also you have to know that you got to get rid of these. You got to get rid of the ball. It's okay to throw the ball out of bounds and move on to the next down. You know, you can't take some of these sacks because some of these sacks setting the team up for failure. But I'm not saying like I'm not finna sit here and like crap all over Josh Allen because man, he had a hell of a season. You know what I mean? So, but you can't beat the Chiefs like that. You can't beat the Chiefs like that at all. No.
The defensive coordinator, like you got to make adjustments too. I know you want to have 2 high safeties to prevent Tyreek Hill from going crazy, but then they're going to eat you up with Kelsey. So you're going to have to, you're going to have to man up. You're going to have to take your best corner, man up and give him help over the top. And you're going to have to do something about Kelsey and try to force the Chiefs to run the ball. That's the only thing I can think about to try to contain them. Like that's the only thing I can think about. Because if you put 2 high safeties, then they're going to eat you up with Kelsey in the middle. Then that's going to open it up for Tyreek too, because then they're going to take Tyreek short and give him short passes, which they were doing. Mm-hmm. So the only thing I can think about is putting your best corner, which was I think is White, Tre'Davious White. Have Tre'Davious White trail him the whole game and give him a single high safety over the top, like to prevent that.
And then, what that does is that sets you up for Mecole Hardman to eat your ass up all game.
Like I'd rather be Mecole Hardman.
Sammy playing this week.
I'd rather be Mecole Hardman than Kelsey and
Sammy playing this week.
And they got Le'Veon back.
Bro, that's the problem.
See,
when you play the Chiefs.
The thing about it is the team's so deadly on offense. Yeah. No matter who you focus on, the others are gonna kill you. Even if you took out Kelsey and Hill, if you somehow figured out how to do that, they still got like Robinson, Hardman. These dudes still be making big plays,
Edward
big time
Belair,
plays.
one of those William running backs. Yeah, like they got too many weapons. But see, that's why this Super Bowl is gonna be interesting, because then when you move over to that NFC Championship game, like, why is Brady still doing this shit, dog?
First of all, I'm at the LeBron point. Yeah, I was just about to say Brady and Bron is sitting in the same damn throne right now.
But they not.
Like, who out here doing it for a score?
He said no, they're not.
20 years if you didn't know.
Like Brady is 40 fucking 3. LeBron's what, 36? 36?
Yeah, but he's been in since he was 18 though.
The most
understood.
The most shocking thing about Brady to me is I really thought he lost the long ball pause. I didn't think he could throw that bitch down the field no more. You feel me?
Scotty Miller throw?
Yo, this man is still throwing it down the field. Like, bro, even when he got the interception on one when he got hit, like he got all of it into that throw. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I thought Tom Brady didn't have that no more just because he didn't have to use it in the system he was in. But I really thought they wasn't also not using it because he couldn't. You know what I'm saying? And that's not it. That man is like, I think he led the league this year in 20+ yard plays, passing plays.
Yep. Air distance.
Yeah, that was what it was.
Yeah, he led the air distance.
I look at this though, man, and like everybody is rightfully so going to give Brady a lot of credit, but that defense, bruh. That defense, dog.
I mean, I kind of feel like the Packers lost that game, in my opinion, because how they came back and Brady threw 3 interceptions. LaFleur messed up with not giving Rodgers the 4th down, and there was a miscommunication with him and Rodgers. Rodgers thought he had 4 downs. He didn't know LaFleur wasn't going to give him the 4th down to come back on there, and everybody believes, and rightfully so, that Rodgers could have ran the ball in like he did the week before on that play. But then I'm also going to put something on Devontae too. Even on that back shoulder pass, even though, Rodgers didn't have to throw it like that, Devontae knows that he should have caught that. You know what I'm saying? That's a touchdown right there. That's why he put his head in the dirt like that. 9 times out of 10, he's going to catch that because I'm putting his hands up there with Stephon Diggs and DeAndre Hopkins. He don't miss balls like that. If it touches his hands, he's catching it. So I'm putting that on LaFleur, Rodgers, and I'm putting it on Devontae. And I have to put the defensive coordinator in there. You know what I'm saying? With he did make adjustments in the second half, but the first half, you can't allow that to happen at the end of the game. I mean, at the end before the quarter sets out. You know what I'm saying? You can't allow that to happen. So, I mean, because if you take that touchdown away, it's a totally different ball game after that. Especially if Brady's going to throw 3 interceptions. What? So I think it's multiple things. It's something that we're going to talk about a little later with the quarterback changes. But, now Rodgers is like, because Rodgers knows, you know what I'm saying? Like, you're saying it's a miscommunication, but you're paying Aaron Rodgers all this money, and he's arguably the league MVP, but you're going to take the ball out of his hands on 4th down, and it's a playoff game. Stephen A said it was a choke job, but I don't know if I want to go so far as choke, but I mean that's an error, a coaching error in my opinion.
Yeah, it's a coach.
It's a little bit one of those trying to coach too hard things.
Mm-hmm. Go ahead.
You said something, ST?
No, go. I'm sorry. Go ahead, Peach.
Oh, yeah, I think it's a little bit of a overcoaching thing in that moment. Like, he trying to outthink himself and make the right decision, but it's hard to make in that moment. But you think everybody think he's gonna do this, and it looked like he should, but in his defense, his defense was balling at the time. His defense was balling. They just forced 3 turnovers in 4 drives. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So it was like, and they had 3 timeouts, plus they hadn't reached the 2-minute warning yet. So I think he was just thinking, yo, our defense could get one more stop and we could win this shit with a field goal. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, whatever. No, I think they would have still needed a touch. It was 5 points.
No, they still needed a touch.
But they wouldn't have had to do the 2-point, right? That's what it was. They wouldn't have had to do the
2-point. The dude dropped the 2-point conversion.
Yeah. Like now, see, like I looked at like one particular play where it was that one where it looked like Aaron Rodgers could have ran for the touchdown, but then he like decided to throw it. Like, yeah, that me personally, I'd have rather seen Aaron Rodgers just try to tuck that bitch and get there. You know what I mean? Like he would have took a shot once he got closer to that goal line. But like this NFC Championship game, like it ain't no time.
Like do that quarterback thing, like you about to throw the ball or something, or flick it or something like that. Like
you got to think, a lot of defenders running full speed when they see a quarterback just cock back, they minds just like I got to knock it out the air. Like they just they forget where they be at on the field sometimes. So
bro.
It don't matter if they pass the line of scrimmage.
Right.
Either.
They just be like, oh.
They got to react like that. Yeah.
Bro, I've seen defenders react like that. This man 15 yards past the line of scrimmage still hit this, and this motherfucker still get
Russell Wilson do that junk all the time.
Right. Bro, it's because of who has the ball, right? Because that's the only way that shit works. You can't see no receiver going around hitting one of these and thinking somebody gonna jump.
They gonna like it.
Speaking of Russell Wilson,
bro, like
speaking of Russell Wilson, I'm about to send y'all a picture right now. I think this is dad.
He said, "Cause I think
this is dad."
No, dead ass. Tell me when y'all get that picture, son. I forgot about it. I seen this nigga on CNN.
Oh yeah, bro. We forgot to bring it up.
Wilson, dad, bro.
We forgot to bring it up. Cole Beasley played in the game with a broken fibula.
Bro.
I thought it was his knee.
Like what? Like we talk about these players being tough and all of that stuff, man, right? Oh my God! Wait, give me a second, please.
I'm mad he got the Seahawks tie, and I just noticed the Seahawks tie.
Oh,
bro. That gotta be his daddy, bro.
Huh?
That gotta be his daddy. He
gotta be related to him, right, son? He looked just like him. As soon as I seen him, right, I was like, oh, whatever nationality he is, that's what Russell Wilson is. You know, we'd be like, yo, what's Tiger? What's these boys? He's that 100%.
Hold on, I'm pulling this up. So we can show the people on the pod. But no, but like back to Beasley real quick. Though,
man.
That's fucking crazy. Out here on a broken fibula, like bro, like that's
bro.
He
had like 7 catches in that game, bro.
Bro, that's some real TO shit. That's some real.
Yo, the dude on the radio was like, I ain't getting in no alley fight with Cole Beasley. He might look small in that uniform, but anybody playing on a broken fibula at wide receiver is like,
bro. He just got so much respect points, bro.
Absolutely.
Hold up, but back to Russell Wilson's father real quick, because like this is ridiculous. This is fucking ridiculous.
I just noticed the Seahawks tie. That kills it for me. That kills it for me,
bro.
My bad. I didn't mean to distract y'all with that. That nigga look like Russell Wilson to me.
Yo. Damn, man, not Russell Wilson daddy, but
oh yeah, side note, you know who else deserves a shout out? Bills Mafia, boy. They the realest. They some of the realest fans out there for real. They was waiting at the airport till them boys got back. Till they got back. Just for making it. You know what I'm saying? Just for making it that far. That's love. That's love. Because a lot of teams, a lot of their fans, let that have been Philly, they'll be burning the plane down and shit that they land on. Like, y'all ain't win, nigga. Like,
hey, bro, I'm sorry. I can't give no shout out to no Bills Mafia, bro. They set fire to our to the freaking
they did to our tailgating area.
because
that's because they set fire to their own tailgating area. Like that's their shit.
It's on our land, bro. Like, nigga, I don't care.
They didn't mean it in a disrespectful way.
Come on, bro.
Yeah, that's a little
disrespectful, bro. That's too much now.
They are the craziest group of fans, like, period.
Hey,
like,
we Bills Mafia for a reason, G.
Yo, mafioso on 100.
On all tips, on all levels.
Hey, I know. So like we talked about having good weekends and stuff like that, and on the Saturday pod we talked about percentage chances of Deshaun landing on the Jets, and I believe I gave him like 15-20%. I think somewhere in between there. I know Shades originally started at 0 and then bumped it up to 5%.
No, I said 95. Y'all thought I said 5. I said 95.
First you said negative.
95, bro. I
said 90.
Excuse me.
Nigga.
Excuse me. Hold up. This nigga out here trolling. I mean, that's what I'm here.
Really, nigga?
This nigga Shay said 0% and then bumped it up to 5%. Well, over the weekend, the very next day, actually.
It was so funny. The very next day.
Report came out. Deshaun says his first choice is the Jets. Now, if we're talking about people having good weekends, there's 2 people on this podcast that I know for certain heard that news and was like, "Hey, yo!" So,
y'all playing this?
My dog.
So to the Jets correspondents on the podcast, can y'all explain to us your reaction when you saw that news report?
I'm gonna let Peach go first.
To be honest, when I first seen it, I was like, about damn time a real nigga want to come play for a real damn team, you know what I'm saying? But then I woke up from that dream, and I was like, damn, I wonder what we gonna have to give up to get him if that was to go down. Because I feel like usually your value go down when you don't want to be there and they can't get you to stay, you know? But not if you Deshaun Watson. Your value don't go down. Like, your value is your value, you know? It's
we thought that about James Harden.
Give me that and a fuck ton more.
But he's 25.
We thought that about James Harden.
He's 25 though, like.
But I mean, if you look at what they had to give up to get James Harden, they gave up a lot.
I know, but that's my point. Like, we thought James Harden's value was going to go down because he said, I only want to go to XYZ, and then he's out of shape and all that. Deshaun's not out of shape. He just had a record season, one of his best seasons. Like,
with trash at
receivers, his stock is sky high right now. It's like the highest it can be. Mine is getting the truth.
Right, I don't know why he want to come to our team because we not his best option. We are not his best option.
You can be. You can be.
But the reason why we might be at the top of his list, because marketing, we would be the best option. Deshaun will make money if he come play for us. He gonna be on everything.
Yeah.
All he gotta do is win one game as a Jet. It's over. Like one mark.
Just one, my nigga.
On the world. It's hard out here. Bro, you got Jets fans like me still crying for Mark Sanchez and Rex Ryan to come back, okay? One win.
But there's no way we get Deshaun without parting with that number 2 pick. And that's hard.
I know.
That's hard.
Because if we could get
like
him,
a whole season, that's a whole season of agony.
And then draft that receiver. Ooh.
Bro, like this is where like y'all gonna get a receiver with whatever next pick y'all get anyway.
Or get a free agent.
We gonna get Allen Robinson. I feel like Allen Robinson is definitely coming.
Or Galladay,
because he keep liking everything about the Deshaun Watson to the Jets, Salah. He keep liking all the Jets stuff right now. So I think that like he gonna come.
You don't want Allen Robinson?
You bugging?
Are you? Is it crack?
You bugging, bro. You bugging, bro.
Okay, I got to hear your reasoning for this, though. Let's get to the reasoning behind this. What's your reason?
The offense will be West Coast.
I like Allen Robinson. I think he a great receiver, right?
Mm-hmm.
I think he the 1.5 category. Like ST, you know that category. I think he's a 1.5, and I'm just looking for a 1, bro. Like, we need a 1 so bad. He's Eric Decker all over again. He's all these guys we already had all over again.
So my question is like, this is with Deshaun, though. With Deshaun, you don't feel like Allen Robinson with Deshaun is like that's a match made in heaven in a West Coast offense?
He's a route runner.
What's his name? It's better than Allen Robinson to me. Who's Deshaun leaving? Fuller.
No.
What? Get out of here,
Fuller
bro.
is better than what call it to me.
No, he's not.
Yo, to tell the truth, A-Rob is a possession receiver, bro. He not finna
A-Rod is the number. A-Rob is the number
Ramsey 1 and get us a dub.
Bro, he's a number. He can do everything.
He's a number 1 because he's been the number 1 with the fellow receiving corps he's had. He'd be a number 2 if he played with some people, bro.
Such as
a lot of people. I'm just saying, he played with like Allen Hurns. That was his number 2. What you call it? They can't get nobody to stay healthy up in Chicago, so everybody a number 2 or less.
Well, he earned that number 1 spot because they drafted Marquise Lee as well, and Marquise Lee couldn't get that number 1 spot,
bro. But we know what the hell Marquise Lee
was trash.
Right, facts.
But he wasn't supposed to be trash. That's what I'm saying. A-Rob came in and did work, bro. He can run every route. He makes spectacular catches. He has speed. He has hands.
He is a 1.5 though.
I just don't think he a 1, bro.
I see the Jets.
In my opinion, he's not that person that we come in and we need a double team. Okay. We need to make sure that most of the league got a nigga they comfortable putting man up on him. That's what I mean.
Okay, what about Galladay?
I think we're gonna end up with
in the same boat to me.
Curtis Samuel and him and Allen Robinson.
See, and then I'll be mad as fuck. If we get Watson, it will look better than what we've had, but it won't really actually be better.
But hold on, see this piece. This is where I think that you're completely overlooking this part.
Definitely will be better.
Is the fact that Deshaun with Allen Robinson, like you said, it can look better than what it was. That's what you need. You need it to look better than what it was, than what you currently have. And like legitimately, like, but I agree with you. I think Allen Robinson is a 1.5. And for the people that don't quite understand, you have your number 1 receiver, you have a number 2 receiver, and then you have those guys that kind of fit in between the middle, between the 1 and the 2. That makes them a 1.5. Sometimes they could be a 1 in certain situations. Sometimes, but they probably should be looked at as your number 2. Because if Allen Robinson is your 2, then you're sitting there. If Allen Robinson is your legit number 2, you're sitting there with an elite type of receiving core. If he's placed at number 2 because of the production of number 1, you know what I'm saying? And I understand that's what you're looking for, Peach, but I wouldn't just shut the door on Allen Robinson because
but I don't think Watson with Robinson turns into like him looking like a number 1.
But you're looking at this from year 1 and year 1 only. No, because these are players you can build upon. These are players that you could build around. You can still go out there and get a number 1 next year if you have to, but you want to still be able to have that 1.5 already on your roster when you're trying to bring that 1 in, right? Because who else on your roster right now going to be that?
That would be D-Hop, bro. That would be Watson D-Hop.
You still want to have. No,
his
he's not.
Is nothing like a D-Hop.
But it don't have to be the same. It don't have to be the same because regardless if it's the same or not.
How is he not like a D-Hop?
He's not.
Bro, you cannot feed him like you feed a D-Hop when they know the ball going to him and they can't stop it. He's not that guy. He is not that guy. Mad respect for A-Rod, bro.
Okay.
But he's not that guy. I'm just saying, like,
I
for real.
disagree. I disagree with that, but that's okay.
I don't know how.
I mean, you say he's not that guy, but has he ever had that guy at QB to throw him the ball like that?
Bro, D-Hop's done it with many guys. Those kind of guys don't
but
need that guy.
They force fed him the ball.
Those kind of guys don't need that.
Did they not force feed him the ball?
Yeah, but if you're
were they doing the same thing? Did Allen Robinson get the same chances?
Wait a minute, hold on, because this is a thing about being force fed. When you're force fed, that means you're getting your ass open every fucking play.
Not necessarily. No, that does no, it doesn't.
Bro, okay, let's do this then. If you force feed when I'm double covered every single time, you're gonna get picked off religiously. If you continue to just force feed me even when I'm double covered every single time. No, when you get force fed, that's because your coaching staff depends on you to get open. Yes, that's an easy correlation, dog. That's an easy correlation. You gotta be able to get open to get force fed.
Okay. In my opinion, it depends on the receiver and also depends on the quarterback. Every team can't just force feed a receiver.
Yeah, but what I was saying though is that if you're that elite receiver, any team can force feed you because you get separation. That's the key thing all the time. It might not always be the best quarterback passing you the ball or this or that, but you always have a moment where there was an opportunity. You know what I'm saying?
And the reason why
the Tyreek Hills of the world.
No, I'm just saying the only reason why I'm comparing Allen Robinson to D-Hop is because they can run the full route tree, and sometimes they don't have to be wide open. You can have a man on him, and it can be a one-on-one situation, and he's going to come up with the ball.
I didn't say wide open. I said get open. There's a difference.
That's why I'm telling you why I'm comparing him to D-Hop. I'm comparing him to D-Hop because they don't have to always be open. If it's a one-on-one
rather
situation,
you compare him to Dez.
But Dez doesn't run the full route tree. Allen Robinson been running the full route tree since year 2, year 3. That's what I'm saying. He can run every route.
He ain't D-Hop though.
I agree. D-Hop's on the top 5 level. But what I'm saying is,
and where is all right? So this is what I'm saying real quick while you on that. Where is Allen Robinson? He's in the top what?
I'll put him in the top 15.
Top 10.
I'll put him in the top 15. He's a top 15 receiver.
See, and that can't be my number 1 receiver. I need somebody higher than that.
But I'm saying there's 32 teams.
If he's the top 15, that's the thing. If he's the top 15, like I'm not trying to sit here and be like, oh, he's not a top 15. Like if he is, he's like 15. You know what I mean? Like he's almost not a top 15.
There's 32 teams.
Yeah, but you don't want to be middle of the pack either. You don't want your guy to be middle of the pack. Like
your best
that's not what you're shooting for.
There would be half the teams in the league that don't have a receiver that's better than him.
Huh?
There would be over half the teams in the league that have a receiver that don't have a receiver that would be better than him if he's 15. Still.
Yeah, but then there would be 14 other teams that have a receiver better than you.
That's when the rest comes to the coaching and whatever else you got on your offense.
Yo, speaking of receivers, I took some screenshots. Don't got that. I took some screenshots.
We don't know yet. I
took some screenshots. So this is a ninja take. So I took some screenshots of something that happened over the weekend or something like that. And DK Metcalf and Justin Jefferson put up their top 5 receivers. And DK Metcalf put Julio at 1, DK at 2, DeAndre at 3, Devontae at 4, and then Stephon at 5. Justin Jefferson put Julio at 1, Devontae at 2, him at 3, DK at 4, and then DeAndre Hopkins at 5. And then DeAndre put up the ice cube emoji, and it said, "Bye, Felicia."
Okay. Like for both of their lists is trash. Because you can't have a top wide receiver list and not have Tyreek Hill on the list.
Yep.
Like,
because you got to take them, they got to take themselves out and put Tyreek. I mean, that's why I took Julio out for this year. Because you give him a full year, I know he'll be on the top 5 list. But this year, I can't. He didn't play. But yeah, I wanted to tell y'all about that. I thought y'all would like that.
Yeah, man. Like I saw those lists and like, first of all, DK, you wildin'. I appreciate the confidence to put yourself at 2.
Now I see why he was acting like that in the game, because that's how he think.
Yeah, I mean, every receiver
you
think
gotta think like that.
Yeah, if you
gotta think like that, but at the same time, you can't do it to the detriment of your team. You cost your team an interception right there.
With making a list?
No. How he was acting on the field in that game, in the Rams game. Because that's how they knew that he was gonna. That's how Dude knew he was gonna throw the screen like that, and he just ran through it like that because they knew he was gonna force feed on the ball.
Something came out today that said that that teams were starting to catch on to what they were doing because they were running similar plays every single game. Like they wasn't apparently they wasn't changing up their play calling all that much, and apparently teams were catching up to what they were calling. So yeah, you can go out here and run all the routes you want to run, but if I know what you running,
yep, give it to me, though.
You know what I'm saying? Like
that's why Russ said it's critical that I'm involved with the next offensive coordinator.
Mm-hmm. That's fact.
As I look at the wide receiver lineups from this year, what's his name finished? Allen Robinson finished at 11th, right?
Mm-hmm.
I'm not exactly sure what I think they got it sorted by yards a game, average yards a game. Bro, if he got the same stat line that he had this year as 11th ranked wide receiver, he can't be my number 1. And he got target heavy stats right there. And then when I'm looking at the list, right, you know, people got injuries, all kind of stuff. It's so many people below him that I would take over him. So, all right, let me take a real quick run through on the top 10. It got Adams, Diggs, Ridley, Hop, Jeff, Jones, Hill, Metcalf, Fuller, who I did say was better than him, Moore, and A-Rob, right? A-Rob was 11. But behind that, due to injury, different stuff from this year, Michael Robinson, Chris Godwin, Tyler Lockett, Cooper Kupp. I said Michael Thomas, Marvin Jones, Antonio Brown. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, he is not a top 15 receiver to me.
Wait, hold on. Because there's one name you said in there, like, this is going to throw that shit out the damn window. Get Marvin Jones the fuck up out of here. Like
absolutely. I was waiting on somebody to say it.
See,
Marvin Jones,
but this the thing.
I wasn't gonna say anything.
But you say that, right? But when he was healthy, he played probably just like Allen Robinson, bro.
Hey, Peach. You know how you said Fuller is better than Allen Robinson, right?
Mm-hmm.
Who's Allen Robinson's quarterback?
Bro.
Most of the year it was Foles. It was Foles.
Yeah, but Trubisky played a lot of games too.
That's why I said most of the year.
Facts.
But why is that a part of the argument? Because
because the quarterback is very important to your. You're saying a lot of targets, but look at the accuracy of the quarterback and look who's throwing the ball. Fuller's going to ball out like that. If Allen Robinson is like 2 under Fuller, with Trubisky and Foles throwing the ball, imagine where he would be if he had Deshaun Watson. Why do you think Devontae Adams is the number 1 receiver now? Because he got Aaron Rodgers as his quarterback. He would not be probably.
You say that, but when I bring the argument that somebody like D-Hop can do it with, I don't care who you put back there, what does that mean then?
And like I said, in DeAndre's case, they're force feeding him the ball, and rightfully so.
So you don't think Stephon Diggs is getting force fed the ball too?
Yeah, that's what they did. That's why he left the Vikings to go to the Bills so that he can get those opportunities. Yes, 100% he's getting force fed the ball. 100%. And they balance it out because sometimes in the first half he'll get like 1 catch, but then in the second half they'll unload it and then they'll start throwing him the ball more. Yes, Stephon Diggs got force-fed the ball.
So what I'm gathering from this is your top receivers get force-fed the ball, right?
Yeah, they
Michael
get
Thomas.
They get thrown the ball.
Okay.
And if you have an inaccurate quarterback force feeding somebody the ball, you can have all the targets you want. Like,
no, you're right.
No, targets bring opportunity. So targets can make it can make you look like more than you're actually worth.
yeah, but what I'm saying, P,
right, so if I don't got nobody, I don't
targets,
got none of my receivers. Whoever's up in line to play the one, his stuff is gonna look better than everybody else who play. Because that's who most of my plays is significantly the word I'm looking for too.
So P, to kind of use your analogy in this case of what I'm saying, you're saying D-Hop was doing that with all those receivers and he was still putting up those numbers or whatever. Well, Allen Robinson is still putting up top numbers with those quarterbacks that he has. He doesn't have Deshaun Watson. He doesn't have Kyler Murray.
Yeah, but that's what I'm saying. He's not putting up. He's getting a lot of in-game. He's doing all right. Basically, this is the thing. Julio Jones, right? He upsets people every year because he's like one of the physical best specimens, matchups, whatever, right? But when he end the year and don't got no damn touchdowns and just a whole bunch of yards, he can't be the best receiver in the league that time. You know what I'm saying? Because when we got dudes like Devontae Adams catching,
that's not Julio's fault.
So whose fault it is?
That's the offensive coordinator, and that's Matt Ryan not throwing him the ball.
See, then you're making it too much variables. I'll never be able to argue my point if all these variables will always be like the deal.
But it's not the variable.
Every team has a quarterback, offensive coordinator.
Julio was force fed. Early in his career, Julio was force fed. Then they got Calvin Ridley. So then it was like the force feeding of Julio came to an end at that point because now,
bro, when it comes to the red zone, they be throwing it to Calvin Ridley, bro.
Exactly.
Wait a minute. Because I hear what y'all saying, but y'all are not factoring in, especially when it comes to Julio, was he got Calvin Ridley, but shit, he had Sanu before that. Who he had before Roddy White before that. He's always had somebody that was over there, and he was still getting his targets. Like that
injury, the only thing that killed him since Ridley been there.
Are we really going to compare Sanu to Calvin Ridley?
Are we really talking about? Wait a minute, hold on. Are we talking about the second receiver that was alongside Julio throughout his career? Yes, I am comparing that to because the fact of the matter is the fact that you still got somebody else on the other side that was getting open. You can't tell me that early Sanu was not getting open because that would be a bold-faced lie. That would be the reason why he left and went to Cincinnati to begin with.
The Patriots.
No, he went to Cincinnati first because he was out there balling on as the number 2 for Atlanta.
He went from Cincinnati to Atlanta.
Yeah, whatever the fucking order of the shit was, he went from Cincinnati to Atlanta.
The Patriots.
Okay, so to use your analogy, your point system, what we're talking about here, you're basically saying I understand there's 2 receivers, but Calvin Ridley is a 1.5 to a 1. Are we debating that? Sanu's a 2, a 3 at best. So you have 2 different people over here. So what I'm saying is Calvin Ridley is one of the best route runners in the league. And so when it comes to the red zone, if you look at Falcons, if you look at their thing, because I was looking at them this year when Julio was playing because I had him in fantasy. When it comes down to the red zone, they're not throwing him the ball.
With a hurt hamstring.
Wait a minute.
When you're out there,
hold on. Wait a minute. Let me get in here real quick because you
not when you Julio, you a decoy.
Wait a minute, Peach, because Shays, you cherry picking my argument. Don't cherry pick my argument just to try to find your little caveat. I said he had Sanu, he had Roddy White, and he's had Calvin Ridley. Don't just cherry pick the one that you think that fits your descriptive, because it's not. Because we're talking about the fact that he still had the two that attracted enough attention. That's what we're talking about when we talk about Julio. I don't give a damn.
Roddy White, they were throwing him the ball, and he got touchdowns during that time.
Okay, so all I'm saying,
now that he's with Calvin Ridley, they're not throwing him the ball.
He's been injured the majority of the time that Calvin Ridley has been there.
Go look at the highlights and then come back and talk to me.
I can go look at highlights all day, but
go look at the highlights and come back and talk to me.
The fact remains.
Okay, so you're talking about stuff that you don't even look at the highlights. Look at the highlights and then come back and talk to me.
So how you know what I'm talking about? What I'm saying is
because you obviously don't. You obviously didn't see it because you're talking to me like you seen. If you look at their footage. If you look at the footage, then you see what play calls they're calling. I
understand.
They're throwing them to Calvin Ridley.
Why are they calling?
So then what's the argument?
Because Julio's been hurt for the past 2 years. Duh. That's what I'm saying. But what you're not listening to me when I'm saying, yo, Julio's been hurt. Of course, they're calling the plays differently. Of course, they're calling it differently now. Duh. Because he hasn't been 100% for 2 straight years. You drafted Calvin Ridley for this. That's what they drafted him for. What's to try to turn it around and have him become their number one because they seen. Oh, my bad. My bad, y'all. Peach dropped off there. Let me get this cleaned up real quick. But that's what I'm saying, dog. Like, that's good. Yeah. What I'm saying, bro, is that they drafted Ridley for this exact reasoning. Because Julio is starting to come towards the tail end of his. Of course, they're changing the way that they're calling the plays. Now, it makes sense. Julio ain't been healthy for 2 straight years. Would you not change up your play calling when you know that your stud receiver is not healthy the majority of the last 2 years? Would you not change up your play calling?
If I have Julio Jones and he steps on the field and he's playing and we're in goal line situations, yes, I'm going to throw the ball to Calvin Ridley. But yes, I am going to throw the ball to Julio Jones more too. I'm sorry. If he's on the field, then I'm throwing him the ball.
The difference
in the goal, especially in goal line situations. You're asking me what I would do.
Right.
So as an offensive coordinator, if I have Julio Jones and I have a goal line situation, especially I'm talking about, like play after play going at Calvin Ridley when Julio got single coverage. So I'm just saying, like, and then when Julio came back one time, then they forced it to him like two or three plays in a row.
Why are you pretending that just because he stepped on the field that doesn't mean that all of a sudden they're not going to change up their play calling because they know the health of their player?
No, I feel that, but what I'm saying is on a consistent basis.
But you obviously don't because you keep saying because when he steps on the field, but if he steps on the field and they know his health better than anything else, better than we know sitting here on our couches watching the game, right?
Yeah, but we're speaking as if we know for sure that they're not throwing him the ball because he's injured. Nobody said that.
I can only assume that based off of,
but we don't know that. We don't know that. That's an assumption.
So based just like you're doing your assumptions, let me assume.
Okay.
Can I do that? That's what I'm
Yes,
saying.
sir.
That's what I'm saying, bro. Like the only way it makes sense, which makes sense after 2 straight years of seeing him with these hamstring injuries. I'm going to change and adjust how I call my plays than I did for his whole career he's been here. Because guess what we've done his whole career since he's been here? When we in the red zone, we throw it to him. But now we got another guy who can be reliable. Why not take this guy who we know is the stud? We know is the stud. That's Julio. He can be all of the distraction you need while you're opening it up for this guy that you drafted early. This guy that you're grooming to be your number one. I feel what you're saying. You know what I'm saying? I feel where you're coming from, but I'm saying like there has to be a way to think of this the other way also. You know what I'm saying? That's all I'm saying.
No, I understand the way that they're doing it. All I'm saying is if you have Julio Jones, you have to show balance. And if you throw Julio Jones and you get him involved, especially if you know he's hurt, there's certain plays that you can call that will give him an advantage. And by you throwing the ball to Julio Jones and getting Julio more involved when he is playing, that's going to open it up for Calvin Ridley even more. Mm-hmm. So that's all I'm saying. It's like if you have him on the field, then use him. Just don't use him as a decoy because Julio was getting frustrated.
Of course he was.
That's what I'm saying. So if Julio was getting frustrated, then that lets me know that, hey, I'm healthy enough when I step on the field. You know what I'm saying? Because there was talks about him wanting trades and stuff like that.
Of course.
Because T.O.'s his mentor now. So that's what I'm saying. Like if the player is telling me like, yo, I'm a little frustrated or there's some grumblings about how I'm being used or whatever like that, then bro, I'm gonna go with what my boy knows his body. Like, you know what I'm saying? I'm not saying that the doctors may see something else and they're like, yo, you may not need to, and they're letting the coaches know we may not need to go this far with this dude or whatever like that. But if the player's telling me that, bro, I'm gonna be like, yo, why you not using my guy if he's on the field? Same thing with Megatron, because Megatron was playing hurt hella times too. He had like broken fingers and all this other stuff, but when he stepped up, they were still throwing him the ball. That's what I'm saying.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, all I know is that I remember like 3 times or 2 times this year when he came back from re-aggravating that hamstring injury. He came back, he caught a pass down the sideline, and all of a sudden he pulled up again. That's the kind of stuff that I'm talking about when I say that the coaching staff, they have to know the health of their players. Sometimes you have to know that, and when you know that, you have to adjust to what you know, and that's the things that we don't have. That we're not privy to that information. We're not privy to the information as to what they know. But what I can see is that they made adjustments, and that's why I can't hold it against them for making adjustments when we've seen this man pull up twice in one season on his hamstring, coming off of a season where he had a whole bunch more hamstring shits. You know what I mean? Like I think his body is just starting to break down on him, and I mean, he took a lot of abuse throughout his career too. Being that big, you're gonna take a lot of abuse because they ain't trying to hit you high. They all coming low. You know what I mean? But let's move along.
Speaking of adjustments, bro, there's something I wanted to talk to everybody about. So I've been doing like this whole thing with Matt Stafford and then now Aaron Rodgers. You know what I'm saying? So I did a little research. Bro, we might have like the craziest QB change in NFL history this offseason. Like this so people that we know for sure, Deshaun Watson and Matt Stafford. Mm-hmm. Okay. So now I'm just going to list teams that we have question marks. 49ers. And the reason I say 49ers is because all this information about throwing Jimmy Garoppolo in there for a trade, I don't think it just comes out of nowhere. Mm-hmm. Cowboys, what's going to happen with Dak?
They stick
broken.
With Dak, I think.
I think they're going to stick with Dak too. But come on, bro. Like, we thought they was going to pay Dak a long time ago, and they still didn't do it. So just off the fact that they haven't done it yet, that's why I'm throwing it in Cowboys in there.
That's fair.
Steelers, Eagles, Miami.
I don't think the Eagles have a quarterback. They're going for a quarterback, but I'm with you.
But what I'm saying is there's a question mark there. Carson Wentz, Jalen Hurts. Like,
yeah, I think they got their answer already on their roster. They just need to figure out who the hell the answer is.
Right. Miami, Colts, Rams. The reason I put the Rams on here, the general manager Snead just said he's non-committal on Goff. He said Goff is a Ram for now. And 10, the Packers. The reason I put the Packers on there, Aaron Rodgers just said he wants a new contract. And he also said a lot of guys' futures are uncertain as far as the roster is concerned, myself included.
Yep. And then the GM came out and said they're not stupid. Aaron Rodgers is going to be back. And then earlier today on the Pat McAfee show, Aaron Rodgers came out and said, I don't see a situation where I'm leaving. So I don't think he's going anywhere either. So
we'll see.
I don't think, bro, we did the same thing last year.
Aaron Rodgers is Mr. Discount Double Check. He ain't going nowhere. Rodgers.
Why not get out early? They were trying to get rid of you.
They ain't gonna Brett Favre Rodgers. Trust that.
Look, they are.
If he has one slip up, or if he gets in, what happens if he gets injured?
Then oh boy, what's his name that came? They drafted Jordan Love. Then he comes in and plays until Aaron Rodgers gets back. Because guess what? Jordan Love ain't no damn Aaron Rodgers. So like look,
what if with the flood they can like make to the playoffs again or something like that?
Okay, like they made it to the playoffs. Like at the end of
the day, bro, they're gonna be like, "Oh, we can make it to the playoffs without you. We don't know. You know,
they know good and damn well who the hell they got that quarterback, bro. Like,
we'll see. They be tripping, bro.
It's Aaron Rodgers.
I know, bro. I know. I get it, dog. But okay. So, ST, let me ask you a question. What do you think the Colts do?
The Colts have to. Yeah,
Stafford.
I honestly think that's probably like. Hold on, one quick second. I think that is. I think that's Stafford's most likely landing spot is the Colts. I think the Colts about to do the retirement quarterback tour. Like, you about to be on the way out? Come on over for a year and see how far we can take this.
So is he out? Jacoby Brissett, where you at? Come on,
Stafford ain't about to retire. Why y'all keep talking like he about to retire? He's 32.
Because you don't know you don't know people's retirement plans,
right? Because his wife got issues too. So
like at the end, he's 32, bro. It feel like Stafford been in the league for like 15 years, don't it?
Yeah, I know, no lie, do.
Like,
and he got hella bread too,
and he got hella injuries.
He got one of the first. He got one of the first dumb contracts,
and then he got another one. He doubled up.
He was I think he was one of the first.
Did he triple up? I think he might have tripled up, bro.
See, all I know is that Stafford was one of the last quarterbacks. I know Sam Bradford was the last one. But one of the last quarterbacks to get one of them crazy ass rookie deals.
Like 50 mil, 60 mil.
And then obviously he re-upped from that deal. And then if I'm not mistaken, he did triple.
Once you step with that first contract, you can't come with that less than that. Like you got to go.
No, he got 100 mil. The next one.
That's what I believe. I know. It was something around that line.
But dog, did he triple? I think he tripled up, bro.
At least he got a third deal.
He got some bread.
He ain't know what.
He ain't no Patty.
No, he ain't nobody no Patty.
he just killed Eli Manning his whole career.
He ain't no Patty, boy.
And I think Eli's made the most money out of anybody. I think.
That's insane.
I think he made more money than Peyton.
What?
Yeah. I think Eli's made like 300 or something like that.
Wow. He made more money than Peyton.
That's crazy.
Yep.
That's crazy. But if we moving over to the NCAA, college football, your boy Trask said he ain't playing at the Senior Bowl, dog. If it was me in his scenario, I wouldn't play. Like, there's no reason for him to play. He said he's a projected first round quarterback. I have no need to go out there and
they say he won the first round.
He should be.
He's a late round projection.
Why not?
He's a late round first.
Bills and Trevor Lawrence, who's like certified better than him.
Well, see, no,
I think that's an argument.
Well, see, the thing is like it's not about who's better than him in college. It's about who's going to be able to translate over to the NFL better, and that's where like all these scouts and stuff. That's where they earn their biggest bucks. But no, he's projected like late round, first round draft pick, late first round draft pick. So I wouldn't play in this scenario.
Sheesh. Well, I mean, yeah, it's some quarterback needy teams. I guess we'll see.
I agree with you, but I think Trask needs I think he needs the training, and I think it'll be good training to be with NFL coaches, learn the language, learn the link, like what I'm saying, just build the relationships, get that training and get that experience in there, because especially with COVID, I think it would just help his development and his transition over to the NFL a lot better. I think Mullen definitely will get him. Has definitely done a good job with getting him ready. He has rapid development. I think, but I mean, I understand it completely. So I understand him not wanting to play the Senior Bowl. You know, I don't think nothing ill will about it, or nothing like that. You know what I'm saying? I understand it, but I think he needs a trainer.
Yeah, I think he ended up
Thank
getting
bro.
I kind of feel like when it comes to Kyle Trask and the Senior Bowl, I understand him not playing because I mean, there's only so much more. I mean, based off of what you had in the bowl game and the people that opted out, like the fact that you played in that is enough. You know what I'm saying? Like you didn't do well, but it doesn't. I mean, at this point, you really don't have nothing else to prove. But I do understand where you do come from, Shades, and saying that he could use the training, but I mean, whatever team drafts him gonna end up giving him that training anyway. So, I mean, I do think that him going in the first round is kind of high. I could probably see him as a day 2 pick. But I mean, we'll see. I mean, I don't know. I mean, right now, I mean, think the last time I remember Mel Kiper talking about quarterbacks, I think he said like his 5th ranked quarterback. But there are a lot of, like we just rattled off, there's a lot of quarterback needy teams. So
I don't listen to anything Mel Kiper says.
understandable.
What's
but
the question? What's the question?
We were talking about, do you think that Kyle Trask should play in the Senior Bowl? So how you feeling about that?
I think I agree with Germ. Then Germ said, "Yeah,
he need to play." Yeah.
Yeah. Sorry about that, yo. I'm getting y'all words delayed. Like after I talk, it's like a little
good, dog.
whatever. So I'm trying to hear you. I don't know if y'all getting it too.
No, you good.
But
You good, brother.
yeah, I kind of agree with Shades on this one because one, I do think the training helps, and meeting those coaches gives you plugs and different stuff. And then I also think that all he can do is build on his draft stock, especially in a year when the analyzations of players and stuff is only so much they're going to have. It's not like, I heard that they can't do no visits and workouts and stuff in facilities like normal. Normal, you could go to 3-4 teams facilities and work out. They see you behind the scenes or whatever. They can't do that. It's going to be Zoom calls and maybe a pro day type shit. So like anything you could do to expose yourself, I think is good. I think if he would have went there, like especially at quarterback, it's a position where you could make a huge jump with a little bit of stuff in the offseason. We seen dudes at the combine and this and they pro day jump up when it was like, like you can't, especially when it's quarterbacks like Blake Bortles, like we didn't have him projected going nowhere. You know what I'm saying? And he's not the only one. I just bring him up because we all know him well,
See, this is what I'll say about
That's
this.
just my take on it.
This is what I'll say about this.
I don't know what points anybody made though.
I said those same points, P. So I agree with you.
I'll say this: when you're projected late first round draft pick, yeah, you could potentially go to the Senior Bowl and boost your stock up to go higher in the first. Or you can go out there and knock yourself into a second round pick, and there's a difference between first round and second round pick money, and that's also something that has to be accounted for when you think about these decisions. Because look, man, the number 32 overall pick and the number 33 overall pick get paid vastly different money, just strictly because of your draft slot.
But there's benefits to being the 32, 33.
No, it's definitely benefits to be in 33. But
if you ball, I will say
but we talking about because 33 is the first pick of the second round. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
And some people they factor in the money thing.
Right.
If he's factoring in the money thing, I can completely also I can extra understand that he's not him not going and playing in that shit. Like I get it.
I'm not worried about Trask with like not increasing his draft stock. I guess me and Peach just have faith in him, a little bit more faith in him with just building it because
it's not just that. I don't think he could fall that far. Like, I don't think as much he could do that would hurt him so much. I think there's like a more chance that he does positive for his stock than negative.
Yeah.
And I also feel like the like with the point ST made about where you get picked at and your money and stuff, that is real. That is true. And that does matter. A big deal. Probably more to agents than to the actual players, but a big deal. And then on top of that though, like if you a baller or if you believe in yourself, and obviously maybe a lot of more people believe in themselves that actually pans out to them being that. But like if you believe in yourself and you trust yourself or whatever, it's better to get drafted late. Because then you won't be tied up in that 5th-year option and all that stuff. You could get money in 2-3 years, big money, and be winning.
Yeah, and
not saying it always works like that. And I definitely understand your point.
And the thing that I'm saying is like I hear what y'all saying. Y'all have faith in him, and I'm not doubting y'all's faith in him. What I'm saying is he ain't throwing to his receivers at no damn Senior Bowl. He throwing to a whole bunch of random ass people. Who
I feel you. I think I feel the way I think the way I think and I feel the way I feel is because of the performance at the bowl game. If the bowl game had finished on a little bit of a better note, then I would probably understand. But it's like you had such a great season and then you just like plateaued.
I don't think he got too harshly graded for that because everybody know nobody played.
Yeah.
They know that. They know that. The scouts in them, they know that.
For sure. You know what I mean? But the fact is those things happen. That's all I'm saying. You can't not look at it. That's all I'm saying. Those things did happen. So
yeah, but see, and that's the thing with I hear what you say.
That's like
I hear what you say, Shades, because I think in this case, like those things happen. But I got a lot more evidence to show you that that's not my game, as opposed to that one particular game that you may or may not think was a quote unquote not so great game from.
Just like Trevor last game wasn't pretty.
But ST, here's what I'm saying. What that shows you, like, what happens if you get a Carson Wentz situation and you have a team and then your players are hurt or COVID happens or something? You know what I'm saying? Are you going to be able to will your team? You know what I'm saying to do better? You know what I'm saying? Are you going to be able to play with the extra parts? How are you going to play when some of your weapons are not there?
Well, yeah, no, I get what you're saying, but if it's a COVID scenario, then just like how Cleveland wasn't sitting there, nobody crucified Baker Mayfield when he went out here and he had no starting, no receiving core, and everybody was coming off the bench as a
they came off the practice squad
as a practice squad receiver. Nobody's going to hold that against Trask if he went out there and all of a sudden some of his key contributors were not there. Like that's the COVID scenario is a whole different thing. Like I don't hold anybody accountable for that because it's a global pandemic. You know what I'm saying? Like
I understand what you're saying. I'm just saying either it's injury or COVID or some other sickness or whatever. It's all about availability. So if you don't have availability there, what are you going to do in those situations? So
I get what you're saying, but availability because somebody has a injury and availability due to COVID in 2021 is two completely different things. That is not going to be looked at upon the same thing. Like, okay, put it this way. If you have Daniel Jones and all of a sudden Saquon goes down, yeah, like you said, availability is availability, and I hear what you're saying. But if Saquon went down due to COVID, yes, it's still he's gone, but nobody even actually, no matter of fact, what you're saying is actually accurate. My bad. Let me correct what I'm saying. Availability is availability. But if I don't have fucking Saquon, then yeah, no, you're gonna have to understand that I don't have fucking Saquon. You know what I'm saying? Like if he's out, he's out. If somebody's out, they're out. Like, yeah, you can say, can you will your team on? But if it's key integral pieces to your success for your team, that there are adjustments that have to be made due to expectations. You know what I'm saying?
I mean, I get that, but sometimes we don't get that for like a lot of players. Like, I mean, I guess you do because like with Tom Brady, he didn't have his receivers, and then they weren't crucifying him. You know what I'm saying?
Last year.
Yeah, like last year, like you know what I'm saying?
Yep.
Like they wanted him, or they predicted that he would make the playoffs and blah 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 blah, but they weren't crucifying him on the fact of they didn't win the Super Bowl. You know, they weren't like chopping his head off or whatever like that. So I see what you're saying.
Yeah, man. But hey, who do y'all got? Hold on, I'm getting too much feedback. Hold up. Who do y'all got is y'all's top 2 contenders for the MVP in the NBA this year? Ryan, who you got first, dog?
I'm gonna go number 1, Kevin Durant.
Mm-hmm.
Number 2, LeBron James.
Okay. Shades, who you got, dog?
KD and Joel Embiid.
Okay. P. Dot, who you got?
I got Jokic. And I want to say, I'm a hater, so I'm not gonna say. I'm gonna go with Doncic. That's my number 2.
I have to watch King. Like,
So you got Jokic and Doncic.
Say that again.
how do y'all not have the washed King?
No, not because of that. Because of the way that he's playing ball right now, he's not trying to be the MVP. He's trying to really take his team to another championship and be a dynasty. He don't care if AD came out as the MVP right now. Mm-hmm. And that's not the LeBron I'm used to. I feel like he's continuing to mature his game and his leadership ability and shit like beyond what I thought the max was. That's why I'm just like, damn, like, no disrespect to the King though, and I don't think he washed.
So I'm gonna say
that was disrespect right there, right?
You know how that should be, But I'm gonna say LeBron. Even though I hear what you're saying, B. It's always gonna be LeBron Miles until that.
I'm not hating. I think LeBron been the MVP for many years. He didn't win it.
Boy, what about that boy Joel, man? That boy got 27 points, 11.5 rebounds, 55%.
I'm sure Jokic doing better than him.
He don't have 27.7 points a game.
I think that nigga Jokic leading the league. What you mean?
I don't think so.
I'm pulling up Jokic right now.
Let me see. Hold up, I gotta pull it up.
So he's averaging 25.4 points a game.
25.4, yeah.
How many rebounds?
25.4.
11.9 rebounds.
Wait, 11.9 rebounds.
How many dimes? I know he a dimer.
9.3 assists a game.
9.3.
That
nigga damn near triple double averaging. I thought how I know.
Well, my boy got.
Because I
give him 2 points for them 9 dimes.
Hey, but my boy got 1.3 steals and 1.5 blocks a game.
Jokic ain't playing no defense, but that's
all
okay.
Right, so you'll take 1.9 steals. I'll take 1.9. I'm beating him in steals. You got the blocks though. We ain't jumping. I ain't no nigga from Europe.
Yeah, Peach. Yeah, I'm gonna take the Joker with you, bro. I'm taking the
Joker. So moral of the story is the MVP competition is between Jokic and Embiid is what you're saying.
Right now. It's possible.
No, it's KD.
It's possible.
KD's the number one. KD's number
up
one.
there. KD got 30 points a game. That's why.
Yeah, 31.
30.4 on the list I was looking at.
7 rebounds, 5 assists, 54% shooting, like over 40% from 3.
Yeah, but
by the way,
but then look at Doncic, right? Doncic got 27 points a game, 9.9 assists per game, 9.8 rebounds a game. I know when I can't afford these niggas in DraftKings, and they still beating their value, that these niggas is balling outside of their mind.
I know what I can't.
When that nigga costs when the nigga cost 12,000 and then he still got the flame, he was balling. That been Joe kicking them, boy.
Yeah, bro. So just for clarification, my 2 was LeBron and Joker, but I get anybody that puts KD in there. This is why I hate doing these.
Oh, and the battle will go on. It's gonna be a long season battle.
No, this is gonna be a long season battle because like it's too many niggas is hooping at high levels.
This one gonna
right
come
now.
to the wire possibly. If, and I hope this happens, if niggas stay healthy, all of these top ballers, and I hope this happens, I hope they all stay healthy, it's going to be a tight MVP race, and we not going to know who the winner is before they reveal it like we always do.
Yeah, Giannis is putting up points too.
It's going to be arguments.
Giannis is having one of those, I don't know how he's having a quiet season.
Let me see what he's doing.
I don't get how Giannis
got 27 or 28 points a game.
Like, how does he get to have a quiet
with 10
season?
rebounds?
How do you have a quiet double season? Like, somebody
other niggas is balling
because
KD came back. Bradley Beal got a team to himself.
Because hey, ST, I think it's because he keeps winning MVP and then don't do nothing in the playoffs.
Well, he only won MVP once, right?
Twice.
Oh, yeah, you're right. He
won twice.
But that don't. But you can be MVP. You can be MVP twice and not do anything in the playoffs, and that's not going to have you have a quiet so far season. You know what I mean? Like people still.
But I'm saying like the media is not talking about Giannis and them like they was last year. When they're talking about KD and the Nets. They're talking about LeBron. They're talking about Luka. You know, they're talking about. Well, I haven't heard them talk about Dame yet, but Dame went off the other night.
Dame in the top 10 league leaders.
Huh? What'd you say, Pete?
I was saying Dame in the top 10 league leaders.
Yeah, Dame's starting to catch on.
Top
he had
10?
like 30-some points the other day. He's starting to catch on fire.
But what's crazy,
bro, his way he's shooting at
is the top 10 has all 3 of the Nets. The top 10 in the league leaders, all 3 of the Nets are up there. Kyrie, Harden, and KD. That's crazy.
Bro, that's crazy, bro.
Yeah.
Speaking of the Nets,
that's crazy as fuck. All in the top 10?
Speaking of the Nets, you know, we're going to continue to see how they continue to you know, blend together, mesh together, gain camaraderie, you know, but do you guys think that they're already kind of building this recipe for success?
Can I go first real quick? Because I am so mixed feelings on these niggas, right? Because one, I do feel like they're building chemistry right now. I do feel like they're if they keep at this pace, they're gonna be fucking great. But I also feel like no matter what chemistry they build during this season, come playoff time, they're all volatile enough for some dramatic shit to happen. That's what I feel like. Like, I feel like they are going to have a chemistry season, and we're going to have them hyped up going into the playoffs, but something might happen. You know, playoff drama? I feel like they can't handle playoff drama. That was my take. That's all.
How you feel, SC?
Well, I mean, obviously they're playing well, and that's great and fine and dandy. And I don't wish any ill will towards them, but I just don't see how this shit gonna end up actually working as the shit goes further along. I'm waiting for something to happen. Like that's kind of my move for this team for this season is just I'm waiting for something to happen. Now, if it doesn't, that's good for them. But me personally, I'm waiting for something to pop off because it's great now, but when shit starts to get tight, when situations start to get tighter as they get further into the season and we playing for positioning in the East, that's when I want that's what I'm most interested in seeing is how they move from that point. Like, because all of this right now is just anticipated shit. Like, I anticipate them playing well early in the season or whatever the case may be, but I just know that once shit gets real, I want to see how they react. And that's really we playing a whole 72 game season just to get to the playoffs so we can see how they really gonna perform together. You know what I'm saying?
Yep. I feel you on that.
I mean, I feel like it was the same thing with the Lakers last year, though.
I mean, that's I kind of see what you're saying on that, ST. I kind of I feel the same way as you feel. I think the most important part is we see them have not necessarily a meltdown, but a moment where they're not getting along, where things are not. How do they rebound from that? Can they come back from that stronger? If they can, then they're going to succeed. I don't know if they're going to win this year, but they have. Dan and Tony has figured out the recipe. He wasn't scared to make the adjustment. You have to run it through James Harden. Like when it comes down and it's like the last 2 minutes of the game, James Harden needs to be bringing up the ball, and then you need to pass it to Kyrie or KD or whatever like that. It has to run through James Harden, and they prove that they're going to do that with the game against the Heat. The ball is going through James Harden. They're giving the ball to Kyrie to let him cook in or whatever. Kyrie's playing more of the shooting guard, and KD is just on like snipe, bro. As soon as he touches the ball, he catches his spot. Like KD is on point. If KD can keep his shooting up, which I don't doubt that he will, because he's a sniper. If they keep running the ball, let Kyrie do his thing, letting him get the ball. You know, Kyrie brings the ball up sometimes too. I love the way they balance it. And then I saw James was running with the second unit, and then he was able to get his buckets with the second unit. So I love the fact that they're doing that for him. You know what I'm saying? And I think it's going to work. Is it going to work this year? I don't think so. I see them going to the Eastern Conference Finals. I don't know if they're going to make it to the finals yet. I got to see how the chemistry looks, but I think it looks pretty good so far.
And I got a quick point to add on to yours, but I wanted to hear what Ryan had to say.
Oh well, I mean, I think they. I mean, like y'all pretty much. I'm in agreement. You know, I think that right now they pretty much can show out during the regular season, and you know they're expected to. I mean, right now y'all are very star-studded, but the real test will come when the playoffs come in. You know, people really playing for real defense, and they smothering you, not letting you dribble. I mean, that's when we're gonna really see, because that's when I feel like in those games, like those close games when they down like 10 with like 2 minutes left, that's when I want to see, like in the playoffs, like, okay, does the bickering start? Does the finger pointing start? Like, that's when I'll know, you know what I'm saying, for sure. But right now in the regular season, I mean, they're doing what I feel like they're expected to do.
Will they need the 1 year, the 1 year initiation program like the Heat did? Figuring out in crunch time what is what and who's getting the shot. You know what I'm saying? What's up, Peach?
I want to answer that like this, right? Before I answer your question, I want to get back to what some Shades had said when he was saying he think they was doing right by letting Harden bring it up and then the decision being made at half court time. Do you think that's because that's what creates the most mismatches? Or is it because Harden is the most dangerous bringing the ball up?
No, both of them are dangerous bringing the ball up. It's James Harden's the best point guard on the team. James Harden is a pure point guard. Like,
because in my mind, I see James Harden being better two guard than Kyrie. That's what I'm looking at. Not like who's the better point. You know what I'm saying? Who's the more elite in the other position? Like I don't feel like when Kyrie's playing the two, he's more elite. You know?
No, bro. It's the mind. James Harden. Like I don't know if you saw the games when Kyrie wasn't there, but James Harden was running a point. And honestly, I kind of think they look a lot better with just James Harden and KD, in my opinion. With just James Harden and KD, bro, that junk was flowing, bro. The ball was getting passed around. Like, you know what I'm saying? With Kyrie, like Kyrie kind of has that Carmelo game. It's more complex than Carmelo because he can do pretty much anything, but he stops the ball and it's isolation. You know, only person he really passed the ball to that I saw, I mean, he passed it to James Harden a couple times, but he passes it to KD. Joe Harris sometimes too. But Harden is going to make the best play, the best basketball play, kind of like what LeBron does. Harden is going to make the best basketball play. Kyrie is going to make the best Kyrie play, in my opinion.
Smoke weed every day.
And the answer to ST's question, in my opinion, real quick, is ST. I honestly think this is their best year chance to do it. I think going another year could end up with the more possibility of a meltdown for that squad, especially depending on how they lose in the playoffs. Because you know what I'm saying? I'm saying they making the playoffs, and I don't think nobody's saying they not. You know what I'm saying? So saying they make the playoffs, depending on how far they make it in their first year, that could hurt them. You know what I'm saying? Like if they make it too close, it's hard to get back sometimes. You know what I'm saying? They might be playing the blame game there.
Yeah. I mean, at the end of the day, they're going to have the most talented roster in the East. Like, no matter how we slice it, like at the end of the day, it's still going to be the most talented roster in the East. It's just going to depend on how they piece it together and how they put everything, how they adjust to tough situations, like we've all stated. You know what I'm saying? I kind of feel bad, not bad. Bad. I kind of feel bad about having the titles of the last pod talking about his Conor bike, because that boy got the 1-2 piece combo.
Bro, his back was on the ground.
Boy like he was asleep.
Bro, he was winning the fight.
I was kind of mad that Conor lost.
Me too. I mean, he was winning the fight, but then he let dude hit him, and then he just got arrogant. It looked like, and then would just like kept standing there instead of like ducking and dodging like he was doing before. Like he just stood there and was just letting dude tag him.
Oh, he got Anderson Silva. Oh man, because I remember that fight that Anderson Silva had.
He was like,
when he was getting all cocky with dude and dude whooped his ass real quick.
Yeah, bro, bro, you don't want to get hit, bro. Like, don't get hit.
Yeah.
See, the thing is, I think dudes like Conor are rare, right? Whereas they're like a Jalen Ramsey kind of person to me, where they could talk shit and back it up. You know what I'm saying? So like, it does something for the sport. You know what I'm saying? And when like Conor losing his edge, I'm gonna miss that because it'll be a while before there's a dude like Conor that successfully does it. You know what I'm saying? Like, yeah. I know I'm gonna miss him.
Like I just know I now here's the me looking at this from a different perspective. I think that they threw that match, and I think they're trying to set up McGregor Poirier 3, the rubber match. My personal opinion on the scenario. Now I know these dudes get in this cage, and you know it's serious business and all that, and I'm with that. I'm just saying, like, you could set they literally just set themselves up that if they want to run this back one more again, they can.
Yeah, I didn't see the same fire from McGregor that we usually see.
Me either. And that's surprising.
See, the reason why I wouldn't have thought about the setup for the round 3 is because to put that other dude in a position to go try to fight for the title. You know what I'm saying?
Oh boy,
He can
ain't
go
fighting.
fight Khabib.
Khabib ain't fighting him though.
Huh?
Khabib said he's not fighting him.
He not?
Well, he didn't say he's not fighting him yet, but he said
Oh,
he
I didn't
posted
know
something
that. I
that
didn't know.
he's way above. He said he's way above the league or something like that.
So this
True.
is what this is my wrestling mind kicking in, right? Because contrary to popular belief, there's a little crossover here. Okay, fine. Then Poirier, you're not quote unquote in this league. Running back with Conor, whoop his ass one more time. In the meantime, you get a fill-in contender for Khabib. Let Khabib whoop up on him. Then after, if Poirier comes out of the third Conor McGregor fight on top again, there ain't no talk.
But Khabib is retired,
and Khabib would definitely fight Conor. He'll come out.
Yeah. Khabib would only come out for Conor though. Like I feel
because
like
Conor gonna get him paid. That's why. That's also why you need Conor to win, because he gonna get any fight he wants because of the money. You know, Conor pulling different money.
Yeah. Yeah, but see, Conor can't take too many more L's if you want to continue to keep pulling that type of money, though. You know what I mean? Like,
yeah,
he can't
it's
fight.
gonna be all whiskey money from there on out.
He can't fight for 180 days after that match.
Right. But regardless, whoever he fight next, he got to win. Like he can't go in there taking too many more L's because
I mean, if he don't fight the same dude again, I don't think it's gonna help a lot.
No, I don't think it will help that much either. That's why I think that match is needed.
Yeah, that you're right.
Get knocked out.
He needs that match definitely.
Yeah, he need that more than anybody. You know what I'm
Yeah,
saying?
yeah. Mm-hmm.
Yo.
Oh,
hey,
also Jake Paul about to get a fight. I seen that today.
I saw that he about to he about to fight some UFC dude in a boxing match.
Yep.
And I'm like, okay, well, I know that Jake been training his ass off. I know he's had like what 1 or 2 fights, like official fights before this.
He
got knocked out in
had
the
a lot of
sparring
fights.
match. He got knocked out in a sparring match by a UFC.
In
dude.
a what match?
Mm-hmm.
In a sparring match by a UFC dude.
Yeah, I heard about that too. But I know. But regardless, I know he's still out there. He's still out there training his ass off. And like, I commend anybody that gets out there and actually put the effort and work into it. Because it's one thing to be a celebrity fighter and you get one fight and that's all you do. But when you then going 3, 4, multiple fights in, like you gotta start looking at these people as actual fighters at that point. And
that nigga Nate Robinson, like, I was just wondering one fight. I would have been good.
Yeah, no. Nate need to retire. Like that, his whole thought process.
Yeah, don't ever go in a boxing match again.
Don't do that.
Somebody was killing Nate ass. They was like, all right, when you don't play basketball and you want to try another sport, it's baseball, Nate. Baseball. You would have did good. They was killing his ass.
Yeah, baseball.
They was like, shit, you might have could have got an NFL team to sign you.
He tried out for the Seahawks.
Oh, he did?
I do remember that.
Yep.
He did.
I do recall that.
I don't remember that one.
I was like, is Nate about to come into the league and try to show out? That was my thought process when I remember hearing that shit.
Way out, definitely.
Because like,
if he would have did that, he would have his popularity would have been huge. Because like, you win a dunk contest and then sneak your way into the Pro Bowl.
like for Nate, yeah, you short in NBA terms, but if you talking about receiver, I mean, you a standard ass receiver in the league, so you should be able
slot
to
receiver
in the slot.
Exactly.
He looked like he could have been a returner, special teams player.
Yeah, that quick twitch fiber.
Yeah.
That be
what was that dude's name? Leon Washington.
Oh, from Florida State, from Duval County.
Yeah, he could have been a Leon.
From Jackson High School, you know what I'm saying?
He played for us.
He definitely played for us.
Yeah. Hey,
he in our books.
Hey, y'all tell us about these reviews that y'all did for these American Gods. I know we was talking about that on the last pod, but I didn't get a chance to watch it this weekend, so I ain't even gonna.
Yeah, we're gonna have to like save it a little bit. I didn't even get through the first season yet. Sure. But it's really good, like Ryan said. It's a really good watch.
I missed out. We adding shows to the pod.
Yeah, bro.
Yeah,
Because
bro.
I got some shows for y'all boys.
Oh,
yeah.
What's up? Tell us some of them real quick.
First of all, I don't know if any of y'all seen Your Honor, but that's a good one.
I ain't seen that.
No.
It's about a judge, and like his son accidentally kills this dude. Come to find out, it's the son of the biggest like mafia mob dude in the town, you know. So then it gets crazy. I don't want to spoil nothing, but that's a good watch. It's only like 6 episodes in the first season, but it was good.
What what is it on? What platform?
Y'all know I'm spoiled. Y'all know I'm spoiled. My girl work at Comcast, so I'm spoiled. So it might be on Comcast, but it might be on something else.
Channel.
You might could watch it on Prime or Hulu though, because I got some of these if y'all need it. So let me know. But then there's a show on Netflix. I know y'all all got that called Lupin. I don't know if any of y'all watched that. That shit is good.
It's dope.
That shit is dope. That shit is tight.
I've seen the whole. I'm waiting on the new season. I've already watched the whole
Me too. That's a good one.
That's dope. I like Lupin.
Okay.
And I don't know. This one been on for a little bit, but it's just either the season resumed or the new season started. A show that I watch, and I'm not a TV watcher, so when I tell you about a show, it's a good show. Cause I watched Prison Break. That's my series I finished.
Right.
I almost finished Dexter.
Mm-hmm.
All right. But Prodigal Son, I'm watching that right now. Oh, it's a show I'm waiting for another season to come called Ozark. If you ain't seen that,
fire. Ozark
is wake. Yeah. So I've been on the fire shows. But Prodigal Son is fire too. It's like this dude, he's he not really a cop, but he worked with the cops because he know a lot about murders because his dad was like the biggest serial killer ever. And it's like some weird he go to visit his dad to talk about shit, then he end up like having to cover up a murder, like some crazy shit.
Okay. Word.
But Prodigal Son is fire. You'll get stuck on that shit.
So give us the rundown on them shows again, real quick, just so you know the homies listening can.
So we got Your Honor.
Mm-hmm.
We got Lupin on Netflix.
Mm-hmm.
We got Prodigal Son.
Mm-hmm.
And I think I said Ozark.
Yep.
Don't forget Ozark. Oh man.
So go out there and the homies that's listening, y'all. If y'all are looking for something to tune into, something to binge, take some of these shows into consideration because we don't really watch a whole lot of bum ass shit.
Hit us in the comments with y'all shows so we know if y'all got that wig too.
Down there, down in the comments below.
And when y'all get a moment, go on Netflix and look at Cutthroat City. It was a new movie released by the RZA. The RZA was a director and everything like that. It has, if anybody's seen on Hulu, I forgot what it was called, but it's basically the Wu-Tang story. The dude that played Raekwon in there, he's one of the main characters in there. And then the dude that played Tupac, he's in there. T.I.'s in there. Wesley Snipes in there. Terrence Howard's in there.
Okay. Heavy hitters.
Yeah, so it's on Cutthroat City. I think it's number 5 on Netflix right now. Yeah, it's based out of New Orleans. It's based out of New Orleans, the Katrina situation, and it's based on a true story.
True. Speaking of movies, I watched a movie on I think Prime Video the other day. It's called Bad Samaritan. That's a good movie too. It's like these two dudes, they was working at a valet. They was doing valet for a restaurant.
Yeah.
But while the people was eating, they was robbing their house. But then he pulled up on this one dude house and he went into this one room because they got the people keys and everything. This room had a lock. And the man had a girl tied up, like he couldn't even get the girl out and shit. And then he panicked. He had to leave her. Then he tried to tell the cops, but they like, "What you doing in the man's house?" He telling them they didn't believe him and shit. And then the man cleared the house out and shit. So he moved the girl. So when they came looking after they did try to believe him, Wasn't no girl, but that shit get crazy.
Dang.
And the nigga who house it was, he's crazy. The nigga told him, he was like, you know why you didn't go to real jail? Because now you're in my jail. Just know how that shit go.
Dang, boy.
That's dope.
Well, shit. Before
that movie is fire though.
Before we head out though, y'all boys got any shout outs?
The homies, you know what I'm saying? Shout out to everybody watching at home. Shout out to, you know what I'm saying, everybody being healthy, taking care of your fam, you know what I'm saying? And just the grind. Just appreciate y'all tuning in to episode 28, Mr. Curtis Martin. Freddie T.
You dig. Stage, you got any shout outs, brother? Sage, you got any shout outs, dog?
I go last, remember?
Yeah, that's right.
True. I got you.
Peach, what you got, dog?
You know, shout out to the homies as always. Shout out to y'all boys holding it down. Shout out to Peach back on the pod, baby. And shout out to them Jets getting Watson. That's what I wanted to shout out because he's coming for that number one spot.
We back, baby. We back.
I'm just excited that there's excitement. We ain't had real excitement in a minute.
That man said he coming for that number
both
one
of our
spot.
teams.
He said he coming for that number one spot, like the Jags ain't got that number one spot getting Trevor Lawrence in this bit. You know what I'm saying? But
we trading y'all Watson for that pick.
Anyway, yo, once again, shout out to everybody listening. Shout out to the homies. I don't really have much on top of that today. Just keep it at 1,000 with y'all. You know, like I hope everybody stay healthy and safe and all that good stuff. But I ain't got much. I ain't got much in way of shout outs. So Shades, what you got, brother?
Yo, man. Just want to give a shout outs to all the homies across the world right now. Anybody and everybody that's listening. Shouts out to the homie that's on the pod. Shouts out to our fams. The presidency thing has been kind of crazy with all these executive orders. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. But the one executive order that I do want to commend is the one where he's not going to continue with he's pulling the federal funding for private prisons because he said there's racial targeting. So I do want to give a shout out to our current president for that. I want to end with that, man. I think that's pretty powerful if that gets passed.
That's facts. That's big facts because that's a big move.
Identifying the problem.
Big facts. Well, if we ain't got nothing else, man, y'all know who the fuck it is, man. Y'all know the damn vibes, man, huh?
Hold up. It's the vibes, y'all know. I'm putting it on a shirt.
It's the vibes, you know, you dig?
The vibes, you know.
Huh? Well, until next time, homies. Thank y'all for tuning in to episode 28. Homie Studios. It's been your boy STV. 12-0 GREAT.
No, he didn't throw that shit in at the end.
You motherfucking right, I did. Holla at your boys.